America, Brian Smith.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. Before we get started, I just couldn't help sharing a little bit of exciting news. I don't know how many of you are race fans, but at Hyundai, our competitive spirit is strong. The racing world felt it last weekend at COTA when our i30N cars, what here we call the Elantra GT Sport, took first and second place in the first race, the TCR Pirelli World Challenge on Saturday. Oh, and we did it again in the second race on Sunday, first and second. How's that for our first race? Well, today we're bringing that same attitude here to New York. We're a new Hyundai, and we just might surprise you. Before we dive into our news, let me quickly introduce some of our Hyundai leadership team that's with us here today. Please welcome Vice Chairman of Hyundai Motor Company, Dr. Weng-Chul Yang. Dr. Yang? Our President and Chief Design Officer of Hyundai Motor Group, Mr. Peter Schreier. Peter. And our President and CEO of Hyundai Motor America, my boss, Mr. Kenny Lee. I joined Hyundai 5 months ago, knowing its reputation as a strong competitor. Now that I have an insider's point of view, I can tell you, we're driving at an even greater speed than I'd imagined. Make no mistake, we're in a race. The speed of innovation seen here at this show and at this year's other global auto events is breathtaking. Like any race, this one will have winners and losers. The Hyundai has been training for this race since its inception. From AVs to EVs to subscription ownership models, the winner of today's race will not necessarily be the most innovative. The winner will be the fastest to deploy innovation at scale. This race to put innovation in our customers' hands is the race we were created for. It's who we are. We push for mass production of fuel cell technology to ensure we're ready for hydrogen energy. We test autonomous vehicles on Korea's public roads to accelerate into the autonomous future. We work with our dealers to embrace the e-commerce model with Shopper's Assurance. You'll see what I mean with the products and the groundbreaking technology that we've got for you today. We're here to deliver on a big part of the product plan we announced in November. The heart of that plan, 8 new or significantly re-engineered Hyundai crossovers arriving by 2020. The Hyundai Kona, launched in LA, was the first of 8. It went on sale just weeks ago. And then in January, we unveiled the second of 8, the Hyundai Nexo, over at CES. Our next generation fuel cell electric vehicle is now on sale in South Korea and will be available for purchase in select California markets later this year. In February, we introduced number 3 of 8, the Santa Fe Diesel in Korea. Building on years of success in other markets, this clean diesel technology is headed for the US early next year. Well, that leaves 5 more crossovers, and today we're picking up the pace. Let's jump right in with the Hyundai Tucson. Our compact crossover has grown far beyond our expectations since it originally launched in 2004. Tucson sales have doubled over the past 4 years, despite heavy competition in this crowded segment. In addition to winning customers' hearts, Tucson has earned some of the industry's most coveted awards for safety, value, and quality. Most recently, the J.D. Power Award for the most dependable small SUV. So with this refresh, we're going to keep a good thing going. Let's take a look at the 2019 Hyundai Tucson. With the 2019 Tucson, we set out to make a big visual impact. There's greater depth and dimension in the front fascia surface and in our signature cascading grille. It has a more polished profile with new chrome trim. Other visual changes include new rear surfacing and new light designs front and rear. Inside, an all-new instrument panel gives the cabin a more wide-open appearance. A new freestanding touchscreen adds a modern touch, and Android Auto and Apple CarPlay are now standard. Hyundai BlueLink, is standard on 86% of the Tucson mix and delivers enhanced safety, diagnostics, and voice guidance services, all free of charge for the first 3 years of ownership. On the safety front, collision avoidance assist is now standard. Available features include smart cruise control with stop and go, surround view monitor, and Qi wireless charging. The 2019 Tucson is ready for new adventures when it reaches Hyundai dealerships this fall. So that's number 4 in our CUV plan. Now, let's talk about number 5. One of our next generation models making its North American debut right here today. 3 generations of Santa Fe have sold more than 1.5 million units since 2000, the best of any Hyundai crossover. Now, let's meet the 4th generation Hyundai Santa Fe.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Design Manager, Hyundai Design North America, Andrew Moyer.
Good afternoon. 3 years ago, I had the honor of introducing the 3rd generation Tucson here at the New York Auto Show. It's great to be back representing our California design studio and another product we're proud of, the 2019 Santa Fe. The all-new Santa Fe is the replacement for today's Santa Fe Sport. And as you can see, it takes a significant departure in design and personality. Stable, sturdy, athletic, and nimble. It makes a strong statement. I am an SUV. It's as comfortable pulling up to the valet at a 5-star resort as it is out in the desert covered in dust. No one is going to mistake it for a minivan. Our signature cascading grille is formed with a chainmail pattern with wide graphics for a planted stance. Slim upper daytime running lights give a modern technical look to the front of the vehicle. The LED headlamps are integrated into the bumper. In profile, a stretched character line emphasizes the Santa Fe's new proportions. The daylight opening is larger with a longer lower belt line that gives shorter backseat passengers a full view of their surroundings. Something my kids have been asking for. From the rear, crisp lines and a tough skid plate contribute to Santa Fe's capable character. Now, let's look inside. One of the cool things about an SUV is the way it's able to bridge town and country. While most of our customers live in cities and suburbs, more than half of them say they get out into nature at least once a week. We wanted them to feel embraced every day by the forms and colors of nature which we've integrated into the design. The instrument panel was inspired by a breaking wave. The mesh pattern on the speakers is a stylized mountain range, and it's all wrapped in materials you'd find in a stylish living room. Parents and kids are living busy lives at home, work, and school. So the family vehicle now serves as a living space for the whole family together for a shared adventure. Our freestanding display puts your entertainment, comfort, and BlueLink connected services at eye level for the driver and passengers. A 7-inch instrument cluster displays essential information with special color schemes for different driving modes. Our extensive list of SmartSense technologies now includes 3 Hyundai firsts. Safe exit assist prevents the door from opening if a car or truck comes alongside the vehicle. It's one more way to keep your kids safe when dropping them off at school. Another new feature is aimed at distracted parents. Rear occupant alert. Senses motion if a child or pet is left unattended in the car and sends BlueLink alert to your phone and honks the horn. A third new feature helps you avoid the most common parking lot mishaps. When backing out of a space, the system senses approaching cross-traffic and applies automatic braking. The Santa Fe is also the first Hyundai model to offer H-Track, a more sophisticated all-wheel drive system once available only in Genesis luxury vehicles. H-Track optimizes torque distribution in real time, continuously monitoring and responding to driving conditions. A choice of driving modes lets you tailor the system to your personal driving style. Sport mode, for example, sends more power to the rear wheels. With this all-new generation, we're offering our most advanced and eye-catching Santa Fe yet. There are many more details you'll discover in our press materials. This is an exciting time to be designing at Hyundai. We're working on a huge variety of products, from a flurry of new CUVs to the next generation of vehicles with Hyundai's Blue Drive technology. Up till now, EVs have largely been the choice of early adopters. But what is the future? How should EVs evolve to bring mainstream consumers into the electric age? Our next presenter is here to share a very compelling answer. Please welcome Natalia Edwards.
Thank you, Andrew. I work in advanced product strategy for Hyundai, and I have a strong, innate understanding of these early adopters Andrew mentioned. And that's because I'm one of them. I bought my very first brand new car in 2004, and it was a hybrid. Now, back then, hybrids were pretty rare, so I would get a lot of double takes, and some people would even try to peek inside to see if they could spot Leonardo DiCaprio. So I have a personal passion for alternative powertrain technologies, and I've applied it in my career. In fact, I've spent the last 6 years learning what it would take to expand alternative fuel adoption beyond people like me. Early adopters are a different breed, and they want to express that difference, which is why so many EVs today look like they come from the future or from the Jetsons. But what is it going to take to actually win over the mainstream? We've done many studies to find out. And in broad strokes, here's what we found. Mainstream buyers don't like quirky design. They want to stand out, not stick out. And most are not willing to sacrifice the roominess, functionality, command seating, and confident good looks of their CUV. Finally, they don't want another stress in their lives, like range anxiety. We took this all into account to create this vehicle. Think of it as an electric converter for the masses. Introducing the 2019 Hyundai Kona Electric. This is an electric vehicle everyone can love. And after having a chance to test drive it, I'm ready to put in my order. What I especially like about the Kona Electric is that it brings both breakthrough design and utility to the EV category. And it combines popular crossover styling with game-changing driving range. Let's start with the looks. Kona Electric replaces a traditional grille with an aerodynamic crosshatch surface. Its charging port is located up front for easy access. And by the way, unlike its closest competitor, the Chevy Bolt, DC fast charging comes standard. The Kona Electric's EcoSpoke wheels, undercladding, and other improvements give it a very low 0.29 coefficient of drag. It also gets 2 exclusive colors, Galactic Gray and Ceramic Blue, both on display here today. Inside, a modern interior with a distinctive floating console and shift-by-wire control. It features the wide-open feel of the Kona cabin, with color schemes unique to the electric model. But the most exciting thing is how far it goes. With an estimated driving range of 250 miles, the Kona Electric delivers the best driving range of any non-luxury EV. It also has an estimated EPA mileage equivalent of 117 mpge. I guess you could say we're pretty charged up about the Kona Electric. And we think people outside the early adopter set will be just as excited when it goes on sale this fall. And now, to pull it all together, please welcome back Brian.
Thank you, Andrew and Natalia. So there you have it. 3 incredibly important new crossovers. The new Tucson, the all-new Santa Fe are going to continue the legacy of these successful models. And with Kona Electric, we've got something we're convinced will really shake up the status quo. With its class-leading driving range and crossover utility, it's a viable alternative to internal combustion crossovers, but also to more expensive EVs. With the Kona Electric, buyers will get Hyundai's proven build quality backed by America's best warranty, and from a company that meets production deadlines. And we're not done yet with our CUV expansion. We'll be entering even more crossover segments, and we'll have more to say about that in the coming year. Right now, we need just a moment to capture a few photos with our executive team, and then we'll open up the vehicles for your inspection. Thank you for following Hyundai this auto show season, and thank you all for joining us today. Kenny?